Welcome to English Stories, where captivating tale becomes your pathway to English mastery. Immerse yourself in enchanting narratives designed to enhance your vocabulary and conversation skill. With our carefully crafted collection, learning English becomes enjoyable and effective. Mystery, romance, adventure, fantasy, we have stories for every taste and levels. Join our community of English learners where each story is a stepping stone to fluent conversation. Subscribe now and let the magic of English stories transform your English language journey.
Birbal was the cleverest among the courtiers in Emperor Akbar's court. He was intelligent, quick-witted and sharp. So he became the favorite of the emperor. Most courtiers found nothing wrong in that. But there were few courtiers, including the royal physician, Hakim Shiftage, who were jealous of Birbal. They waited to create trouble for him, create conditions that would force him out of the royal court. They waited, patiently, for a suitable opportunity. Their chance came, soon. The emperor came down with fever. Hakim Shiftage, the royal physician, was sent for. He was getting ready to go to the palace when a few courtiers walked in. "I am in a hurry," said the Hakim. "The emperor is ill. I have to rush to his bedside." "We know. That is why we hurried to meet you," said one of the courtiers. "Our time has come. Do what we tell you and Birbal will be running for his life. He will go far away and shall never again show his face at the royal court," said another courtier. "I am ready to go to the end of the world, if need be, to see Birbal fall from grace," he grinned. "That is the spirit," the courtiers commended him. The oldest among the courtiers walked close to the Hakim and whispered in his ears the grand plan he had in mind. "Fantastic." The Hakim's eyes opened wide. The courtiers took leave. The Hakim rushed to the palace. He was taken to the presence of the emperor. He was lying in bed, a thick embroidered quilt pulled up from the legs right up to the chin, his face showing signs of discomfort. The Hakim examined the emperor. He checked the heartbeat by feeling the pulse, placed his palm on the forehead to gauge the body temperature, requested the emperor to put his tongue out to see whether it was clear or not. He concluded that there was nothing seriously wrong with the emperor. He had strained himself and needed a few days' rest. He kept this knowledge to himself. He told the emperor, in a tone of utmost seriousness, "This is a serious malady, alampana. But I have the right remedy for this ailment." However, he paused. "What is the problem?" the emperor asked. "This medicine takes effect quickly if taken with bull's milk." Bull's milk? The emperor found it hard to believe. "Yes, alampana. Some bulls do give milk, though it is hard to locate them," the Hakim answered. "Who can find a bull that gives milk?" the emperor asked. "I think, alampana, that the right man for this task is Birbal. He is intelligent. He is clever. He has never failed the emperor all these years," the Hakim made a suggestion. "Can he do this?" the emperor frowned. "If anyone can find a bull that gives milks, it is Birbal, alampana," the Hakim asserted. He advised the emperor to take complete rest for a week. He prescribed a medicine to be taken 4 times a day with hot milk. If possible, take this powder with bull's milk. Otherwise, cow's milk should do, though the cure may be slower. The Hakim handed a pouch that contained a special powder to one of the attendants, bowed and left. Birbal was called for. He presented himself before the emperor. "How are you, Shah? he inquired. "Not well, Birbal. The Hakim says that I will recover quickly if I take the medicine he has prescribed along with bull's milk." "Bull's milk? Ever heard of a bull giving milk?" Birbal was taken aback. "The Hakim says that bulls that give milk are rare. But he is sure there are a few of them in our land. He doesn't know where to find them. He thinks you will know where to find one and then procure its milk." The emperor peered at Birbal. "The Hakim thinks I can fetch bull's milk, Shah?" Birbal suspected foul play and wanted to confirm his doubts. "Of course. Won't you find it for me, Birbal?" "Huzur, I will do anything for you." Birbal quickly gathered his wits and added, "I'm on my way, Shah. Let me not waste time." He bowed and walked off. He had no doubts, now, that the Hakim had laid a trap for him. He thought all the way till he reached home. By then, he had worked out his plan. He called his daughter, a bright girl, and explained to her his problem. "Whoever has heard of bull's milk?" she wondered. "The Hakim has heard of it. But he can't find it, and he wants me to find it quickly." Birbal sounded quite cool and at ease. "Does the Hakim hate you?" Is he your enemy? She asked. Birbal nodded his head. What do you propose to do? She asked. I will tell you what to do. He called her closer and whispered into her ears his grand plan. Oh, Appaji, how I wish I could be as intelligent as you, she grinned. You are a bright girl, dear. Get ready for the execution of the plan tonight, he patted her with tender love. Around midnight, accompanied by a trusted attendant, she headed for the river. Between the two of them, they carried a bundle of clothes and a stout stick to beat the dirt off the clothes. They chose a river ghat where the river flowed very close to the palace. They put the bundle down on the stone steps that ran down to the running water. The girl picked up the clothes, one by one. She dipped each cloth in the water, spread it on the stone and started beating it with the stout. The stick hit again and again, producing loud thuds. At the same time she kept conversing with the attendant, loudly. She cracked jokes and laughed loudly. The two produced so much noise that it disturbed the sleep of the emperor, whose bedroom was close by. He got furious and rang the bell. A guard came within a fraction of a second. Hear that loud noise? The emperor angrily growled. The guard heard the thuds and also the rings of laughter. He nodded his head. Go and find out who are washing clothes at this hour. Why are they making so much noise? I can't get a wink of sleep. Clear them out, right away, the emperor ordered. The guard bowed, got out and hurried out of the palace gate and made it to the ghat. He saw a young girl, washing clothes. By her side, in knee-deep water, stood an attendant rinsing the clothes. Hi, girl, this is not the time to wash clothes. Do it in the day, the guard swung his spear in the air. Does the river flow only during the day? She smiled at him. Don't argue, you will get into trouble. Trouble. I won't get into trouble for washing clothes or for exchanging jokes with someone and laughing heartily. Not in the regime of the Shah and Shah, so fair and noble and just, she argued. You are producing so much noise that the Shah and Shah's sleep is disturbed, the guard raised his voice. Can you wash clothes without making noise? She smiled. Who are you? The guard asked angrily. A girl, silly girl. I think I must get hold of your father here, drag him here and ask him to sense into you. Tell me, whose daughter are you? My father's, she spat back. Shut up. How dare you tease me? Come with me. The Shah and Shah will know how to deal with you. Get ready, girl, for a long stay in an underground cellar. He signaled her to follow him. She did not show the slightest sign of fear. She left the clothes and the attendant behind at the ghat and went with the guard. Soon they walked into the royal bedroom. She bowed low, stood with a smile. The guard bowed, explained that the girl and her servant were found washing clothes. Why are you washing clothes at night? The emperor's voice was sharp. Shah and Shah, this evening, my father delivered a lovely boy, she replied. Ridiculous, the emperor hissed. Shah and Shah, I was busy cleaning up the baby and nursing my. She stopped on hearing the emperor explode in anger. Nursing your father who delivered a baby? Did I get it right? The emperor bellowed. Yes, Shah and Shah, and you want me to believe that your father delivered a baby boy? Or, his voice quivered, did you make a slip? Your mother delivered a boy? No, Shah and Shah, my father delivered a boy. A smile touched her lips. Are you mad? The emperor hit a side table with his mailed fist. No, Shah and Shah. I am telling the truth. Nothing but the truth, she held her ground. You want me to believe that a man delivered a child? His eyebrows arched up. Are we not living in strange times, Shah and Shah? She asked. Better explain what you have in mind, silly girl. Or, the emperor's voice was gruff and stern. Pardon me, Shah and Shah. I heard that in this land, bull's milk offers quick cure for some maladies. She looked at the emperor. The emperor did not miss the cue. Are you Birbal's daughter? His voice was soft and calm. Yes, Shah and Shah. I am sorry I disturbed you in your sleep. But when bulls give milk and men deliver babies, nights have to be turned into days, she bowed. You are a clever girl, smart and intelligent. Tell your father that you have already delivered the bull's milk to me. He need not worry about that any longer. Emperor Akbar pulled out a bag containing gold mohurs and thrust it into her hands. She bowed and walked off. The emperor lay down in bed, muttering to himself, bull's milk, silly. Where did Hakim Shiftage get that idea? Or was he trying to put Birbal in trouble? I must find out tomorrow. I would do that. Next day turned out to be a real bad day for the Hakim.
So friends, now vocabulary is coming up. That means the words and its meaning in Hindi. But before that, if you like this story, please hit the bell icon, like, share with your friends, comment and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Now here's the vocabulary. Courtiers मतलब दरबारी, members of the royal court. Quick-witted मतलब बहुत तेज दिमाग वाला, having sharp intelligence and wit. Jealous मतलब ईर्ष्या, feeling envious of someone's success or advantages. Create trouble मुश्किलें उत्पन्न करना, cause problems or difficulties. Favorite मतलब पसंदीदा, preferred above all others. Opportunity मतलब मौका मिलना, a favorable chance to do something. Fever मतलब बुखार आना, elevated body temperature. Physician मतलब चिकित्सक, डॉक्टर और मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर. मेलाडी मतलब रोग, डिसीज और एलमेंट. रेमेडी मतलब उसके ऊपर का उपाय, सोल्यूशन और ट्रीटमेंट टू क्योर एन एलमेंट. बुल्स मिल्क मतलब सांड का दूध, मिल्क फ्रॉम अ मेल बोन. स्ट्रेन मतलब तनावपूर्ण, स्ट्रेस और एक्सर्टेड. प्रोक्योर मतलब प्राप्त करना, खरीद लेना. इंटेलिजेंट मतलब बुद्धिमान, स्मार्ट एंड कैपेबल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्विकली. क्लेवर मतलब चतुर, quick-witted and resourceful. Suspicion संदेह, feeling of doubt or mistrust. Scheme मतलब योजना बनाना, a plan to achieve a particular goal. Execution मतलब निष्पादन, implementation और carrying out a plan. Regime मतलब शासन काल में, period of rule और governance. Silly मतलब मूर्ख, foolish or lacking in sense. So friend, this vocabulary is also posted in the description box below. Thank you.